Hi everyone, this is Paul Connor, founder and CEO of Emotive Analytics with another installation of Implicit System 1 Insights, our video blogs designed to show you how to apply results from implicit association studies like are conducted through our IE-ProU platform or that we can conduct for you on a customized basis. Today I'm going to show you implicit association results we obtained for mobile phone service providers and what the results suggest about how to apply them. As you'll see, these results apply primarily to branding applications, but certainly can be investigated for product and service applications too. But before we begin, because we'll be examining implicit System 1 and explicit System 2 thoughts and feelings, here's a short explanation of what they are. Implicit System 1 thoughts and feelings can be considered our automatic first reactions to what we encounter in our environment, including marketing entities like brands, products, services, ads, package designs, and even messages. They're fast, unintentional, uncontrolled, non-deliberating, and sometimes subconscious, with other features you see listed here. Explicit System 2 thoughts and feelings are not automatic and really refer to us thinking about what we encounter in our environment. They're slower, intentional, controlled, deliberating, and always conscious with the other features you see listed here. If you'd like a more in-depth explanation about what implicit and explicit thoughts and feelings are and how to interpret them, then pause this video and view our implicit and explicit explanation video, which can be found at the link shown here. If you're sufficiently familiar with implicit System 1 and explicit System 2, then stay right here. Now for some background information. In our study, we measured implicit and explicit emotional attribute associations and conclusions with 9 mobile phone service providers, which were represented by their logos. You'll see them in just a minute. Our respondents were 1,021 general population U.S. adults aged 18 through 69. The providers were evaluated against 16 emotional attributes, 8 positive and 8 negative. You'll see these shortly too. To measure implicit associations, we used our IE-Pro technology via our IE-ProU platform, which uses the affect misattribution procedure, a well-credentialed, well-validated approach to implicit measurement. Now to a summary of the results, perceptual maps that show how each of the 9 providers mapped against each of the attributes, both explicitly and implicitly. First, here's how the providers explicitly profiled against the attributes, that is, when the respondents directly reflected on evaluating the providers. If you're not used to perceptual maps, know that the distances between the entities essentially indicate the similarity of their evaluations. The length of the lines for each attribute essentially indicates the aggregated strength of that attribute's evaluations across all providers on the 2 dimensions within the map, which are beyond the scope of this summary. Also, we won't comment on each provider here in this short summary, but we'd like you to pay particular attention to AT&T, Verizon, and US Cellular. Notice that explicitly Verizon and AT&T are close in their profiles, with respondents primarily feeling satisfied and assured with them. On the other hand, US Cellular mapped closely to feeling relaxed. Also, look at the attribute interested. It's close to sad and worried. That seems odd, but we'll have a hypothesis about that when we look at the implicit perceptual map. So let's look at the implicit perceptual map now. Implicitly, when respondents were not directly focusing on and evaluating the providers, different stories emerge, noticeably for Verizon, AT&T, US Cellular, and interested. Notice that whereas Verizon and AT&T were explicitly associated with feeling satisfied and assured, implicitly they were closer to feeling fond, especially Verizon, and delighted, especially AT&T. I would think this might be good news for marketers of these brands. On the other hand, we may see bad news for US Cellular. Explicitly, we see them associated with feeling relaxed, but implicitly, they're closer to bored. Perhaps respondents euphemistically interpreted automatic boredom as relaxation. Finally, look at the implicit position of the attribute interested. It's all by its lonely little self. It doesn't relate to any of the other attributes, positive or negative. Explicitly interested was similar in meaning to worried and sad. Perhaps this again was a euphemistic way of explicitly evaluating something negative as feeling interested, just to be nice. We do that, don't we? If we can't say something nice about something, we can at least say it's interesting. To summarize, we conducted a study that measured implicit associations and explicit conclusions for feelings respondents had toward 9 mobile phone service providers. Although we found that some of the providers mapped similarly around the emotional attributes, not all did. Verizon and AT&T were implicitly associated with feeling fond and delighted, but explicit conclusions were closer to satisfied and assured. US Cellular was implicitly associated with feeling bored, but explicit conclusions were closer to relaxed. Furthermore, interested was an attribute that may be a euphemism, which made it difficult to interpret among the other emotional attributes. So, adding implicit measurement to this study helped us see results that refine how to apply them. AT&T and Verizon can certainly pursue what appear to be more emotionally interesting attributes, and US Cellular might be careful about how they leverage relaxation for fear of activating what may really be boredom. We hope this installation of implicit insights has been helpful and shows you the potential value of incorporating implicit measurement into your consumer research. We are experts in this type of research with many tools for doing so, including IE Pro U, our easy, affordable, automated online platform. For more information, visit www.ieprou.com or book a consultation with me directly.